gymnasium and everyone on their feet anticipating this great matchup. First matchup between these two squads since 1992, but it is arguably the best Washington State squad that they've had in Pullman in quite some time. Again, ranked number 11 in the nation. And Shelby, speaking to Texas head coach Jared Elliott earlier today, he told us flat out he feels this Cougar team is a top 8 squad.
And they're going to play like it. This is going to be the best matchup so far this season. Two very physical teams, and they're defensively backed that up as well.
Washington State coming off a victory over Baylor Wednesday in Waco. Carly Basham gets things started, serving for the Cougars. Argentina was there for the Cougars. And the first swing by Washington State, it's Pia Timmer, the kill. Comes in second on the squad in kills, over 100 on the year. Our impact players presented by the Adidas Lone Star Classic National Qualifier.
Cougars libero up to serve right now. Carly Basham is one of the most fiery players Jen Greeny has ever coached. She brings the momentum to her team and is the leader. And next up, Emma Halter, libero for Texas, young sophomore, owning that bro jersey. Jared Elliott said she is coming into her own personality-wise on the court.
And there again on the O'Neal swing. Point to Washington State. First two of the match for the Cougars. Talked about the experience. Basham, 5th year out of Louisville, Kentucky. 9 aces on the season to lead the Cougar squad. She started every game at libero last year. Service there, first point for Texas tonight. Just the second meeting all time between these two teams. These two teams met here in Austin back in 1992. Texas was ranked number 10 then, ranked number 6 coming into tonight.
Just a few decades, David. A few decades later.
Timmer swings it into the net, tied up.
Pia Timmer going back to that cut shot that worked so well against Jenna Wennis, and she was clearly trying to hit that left front shot, just didn't have enough behind it.
Asia O'Neal had a season best 500 last night in the win over Ohio State. Able to drop in, that's Magda Yelahasheva.
There's that deception that Jared Elliott warned his team about. Yelahasheva doing a good job coming into the middle. I thought she was for sure going to hit that ball. Slowed down her arm, went for that tip. Great move by her.
4-time all Pac-12 member from the Czech Republic. Kill for Timmer, her second.
Nice job by Timmer using the hands of Texas in her favor. Didn't like that cut shot originally, went for the line and caught the hands of Ella Swindle.
Timmer over 100 kills. Iman Isanovich over 100 kills on the season for Washington State. Experience up and down the roster. Set up Wennis. Blocked back. And the biggest lead for Washington State so far.
That was a nice block by Washington State, but Carissa Barnes was right there, ready for coverage. This is not an error she'll make twice in a row. She did the legwork in the right spot, not able to make that push. That's something she'll fix quickly.
Yelahasheva gets credit for the block. And again, front line for the Cougars doing the job in the big early lead of the ladies from Pullman. Early timeout call by Texas. Washington State looking for their 9th straight victory. Had Co-Pac-12 Coach of the Year in 2021. Their number 11 ranking is the highest for this Cougar program since 2016. Wennis, the kill for Texas out of the timeout.
Wennis changing her shots up. She really likes those deep cross corners or going for the hands, but not this one. She goes right in front of middle back, testing this seam. Perfect court vision by Wennis.
How'd you feel about the early timeout call by Jared Elliott?
I think that was a great move. I'm not surprised at all because when Washington State came off, they had all the momentum, really pumped up. That was a good time to pause the match.
The ace by Ella Swindle, and it's 2 in a row out of the timeout now for the Longhorns. And you mentioned her in the open, the freshman setter from Columbia, Missouri. Jared Elliott says, just love her personality and approach to the game, and she's getting better every match. Wennis again. Not a great set for Timmer. That's long off Devin Kahahawai, sophomore from Hawaii.
And Devin Kahahawai owning that air, knowing what she did wrong. Really awkward set coming across the body, trying to get a little fancy. Just got to keep it in place sometimes.
Timmer, another fifth-year player for Washington State, and most of the fifth-year players have been in Pullman their entire college careers. Kahahawai gets the kill that time.
Kahahawai, who Jared Elliott says was a game changer in their win against Ohio State last night. You can see why. She gets an air, guess what? She'll get a kill the next ball. She reaches high, she's powerful, she avoids the block. Very talented player on the pin. 6
kills last night, hit 308, also 3 blocks. Kaylee Akana to serve. Point to the Cougars, and Yelahasheva gets another kill. 12 seniors out of the 16 on this Washington State roster, and a number of them playing their 5th year of college volleyball.
So basically everyone you see on the court, both sides, makes up the seniors for Washington State.
A lot of space for Bella Bergmark, who gets her first kill of the night.
Bella Bergmark is that efficiency that Texas needs hitting-wise. She's so smart, and she plays clean. She goes for her spots, knows where the hands are, and reads the game well.
Tied her career high with 9 kills last night. Service ace, Texas within 1. It's Emma Halter, her 10th ace to lead the squad.
Emma Halter with this beautiful deep float serve. Confident in the bro jersey, also confident behind that service line, getting more used to being aggressive.
Kahahawai finds the opening, and it's a 6-2 Texas run after the Cougars scored 6 of the first 8 points of the match.
Those are the points you practice, where you're playing fastball, avoiding the hands of the blockers, and Kahahawai getting the perfect chance to play a little scrimmage in game.
Great dig Swindle keeps the point alive. That's in. Lana Radakovic, grad transfer from San Francisco.
A nice spot by Radakovic. She was really testing that seam between right back and middle back. Good placement.
Argentina Un, senior from Sonora, Mexico, to serve. Service ace.
This ace is part of the Cougars' game plan. Get Texas out of system when it comes to serve receive. Put all the pressure on them from behind that service line.
Tough serve for Skinner. And leads to the 3rd straight point for the Cougars after Texas had tied it up.
You see Texas pulling each other in the huddle, trying to calm down. That's what has to happen. Right now, Longhorns a little rattled. Cougars are really handing it to them right now.
Great job by Isanovich to keep the point going. Another chance for the Longhorns. And again, this time, it was Basham keeping the point alive, yet Texas gets the point anyway. Kahahawai again.
Kahahawai staying in the play and seeing that block not close, but credit to Washington State libero. Basham is all over the floor right now. If I was the Longhorns, I'd be avoiding her. Ooh, look, I like the chest bump there too.
Carissa Barge to serve. Ace. Her fourth of the season.
Carissa Barnes, a transfer from A&M Corpus Christi, one of the best servers in the Southland for 4 years, bringing that to the Big 12. All the power in her serve.
She's a 3-time Southland Conference Libero of the Year at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Skinner was there. We're tied up again.
See what happens when the momentum changes. Now a tied match. Skinner getting the ball, but it all started with Texas calming down in that huddle, getting out of the rotation, which was Kahahawai's kill, and Skinner just adding on to that.
Just out. This has the feel of the first set last night. Went back and forth, and Ohio State scored 8 of the last 9 points to take set 1 before the Longhorns would take the next 3. Isanovich gets the ace. Played her first 4 seasons at Arizona State before transferring to Pullman and Washington State. Led the Sun Devils in kills for the last 2 years. So we talked about the experience already in Pullman from players who have played last season for Washington State. Add Isanovich to that. That's why it's one of the better teams the Cougars have had in some time. Solo block. Timmer looks back at Asia O'Neal and says, that point is mine.
Swindle O'Neal really working on the connection when it comes to that slide. Even though there was one blocker on Asia, that set might have been a little too early. You got to have your coverage behind her. But that was a great one-on-one block from Pia Timmer.
Third block of the night for Washington State so far. Skinner.
Maddie Skinner loves her cross-court shot, and when she is on top of it, it's hard to defend. You're Washington State, you got to really focus on getting that seam down. Left back and middle back have to connect right here. Someone has to get a hand on that ball because she's going to do this all night long.
Her first goal of the night after tying her career high with 24 last night in the win over Ohio State. She'll now serve. Big swing, Katie Ryan, junior from Rathdrum, Idaho, her first kill of the night.
Katie Ryan has those long arms that Jared Elliott talked about before this match, and really deceptive as this lefty. Great decision, avoiding the hands of Wenis, but still avoiding the seam of Halter.
Skinner again.
The season, Maddie Skinner was getting a lot of tips from behind the foot line. Now those are turning into massive kills. It's all in the connection with her and Ella Swindle. Swindle knows exactly where Skinner wants that ball now.
Asia O'Neal serves. Barnes sets up Wenis. Too long, yet great save, Swindle. That hit one of the final 4 signs and kept the ball in play. Cougars get the point anyway. Yelahasheva.
very out-of-system play for Texas. Washington State doing a good job at staying up close on the net. A lot of battles. I did like the hustle from Ella Swindle in that coverage. And great reading off the banners. Both Carissa Barnes ready. Jenna Wenitz getting the touch.
Morville was there, sets up Timmer. Swindle surprises the Cougars.
I really like that shot from Ella Swindle, and she doesn't use it too often. I think when she gets older, you'll be seeing that a lot more. But she's so deceptive. She doesn't even change her shoulders until the very last second, fully faking out the blockers in front of her.
Wenitz cuts the deficit to 1.
Jenna Wenitz is that outside that's not scared to use her opponent's hands in her favor. And for Washington State, if you're the middle back, get ready to run down that ball that touched your blocker's hands.
It's out. Washington State has led for almost the entire set. Second service error of the night for Jared Elliott's Longhorns. Now Timmer to serve. Passion is right there. Another chance for the Longhorns. Bergmark gets the point.
Bella Bergmark taking back the momentum from the Cougars, putting it in the hands of the Longhorns. And that's what she does. She's that player that when you set her up, you know good things are going to happen. Not very high air, not a huge risk taker, just all power.
2 kills and 4 swings for Bergmark so far. High intensity here at the Greg. 2 of the best teams in the nation. Final non-conference match for both. Off Timmer's noggin, ties things up.
Nice serve by Akana, but also you might have just woken up a giant, because Pia Timmer is that player who's not going to take that error lightly.
My correction off her back, but that gets the crowd as loud as they've been so far tonight. They go after Timmer again. Swindle, then Akana saves. Big swing, Isanovich.
Notice how Pia Timmer was served back from Akana again, and she came back with that 3-option pass. Washington State is full of players. When they make an error, they want that ball back to get the chance of redemption. Nice hustle from Texas, though. Both sides putting on a full show defensively right now. I'm here for it.
Set up by the Yelahasheva serve. Point to Washington State. Cougars have limited Texas to hitting 200. Washington State at 320. Skinner gets the point. Her 3rd kill.
Skinner with the tool, not something we've seen too much from Washington State tonight. They're really good at keeping their hands pointed back in the court, but that just shows the vision Skinner has and her reading those hands.
Halter serves. O'Neal there for the block.
Asia O'Neal with her statement block saying, yeah, I'm here. Ready to play Washington State. So strong at the front.
Texas looking for its first lead. O'Neal again. Texas in front for the first time. Texas men swimming and diving, celebrating the Longhorns' first lead of the night as the Cougars call timeout. Emma Halter looks to continue the run for Texas. Maybe the biggest swing by Isanovich tonight ties things up.
Isanovich going direct deep for Ella Swindle. Ella's low, but she's also 6'3", so sometimes she has to take those digs with her hands. An awkward in-between right there. That was also a really good line shot.
She is the Pac-12 active leader in kills with over 1,500. Great job, keeping the point alive. That's in. Kahahawa, you mentioned, in a way broke out last night. 6 kills and some huge momentum swings to Texas because of Kahahawa this set.
And Kahahawa can reach so high, but also plays that ball perfectly right in the corner. All smiles. I'd be smiling too, Devin.
Carissa Barnes gets the ace. How much has this crowd been a factor in Texas being able to come back? Because they've been loud.
Huge. Texas is that team that doesn't need the crowd. They'll do the job regardless. But when Gregory Gym is packed, that goes a long way. This is one of the best gyms to play in. Something Jen Greeny was really excited to bring her team in here today.
Swindle sets up Skinner. Basham was there. Block! Skinner and O'Neal.
Maddie Skinner, we see you. And look at those hands. Watch her hands right here. How much they point back right. Her shoulders, her arms, everything pointing back into the court. There's absolutely no way that ball was crossing her.
Boone catches up to it. Swindle thought she kept it alive for a moment. Jared Elliott says the point should continue.
Are we getting a replay here? At first I thought Ella Swindle doubled it. It looked like she touched it a couple times. Not sure if that was the up ref thought he saw, but right here, Ella Swindle with the great up. And then, not sure if Washington State touched that.
I don't think so. I think that's 2 straight touches by Swindle.
But then, once the point was over, it looked like the up ref was saying replay.
So we're being told it's an inadvertent whistle. And that's why Jane Greeny was upset, because as we looked at the replay, it looked like Swindle had touched it twice in a row. I believe, do we have an overrule now? Because again, according to the replay, what do you think? It looked like that should be Washington State point. And they have put the point on the board.
Jared Elliott not happy right now with this miscommunication. And that, when you're up 3 points, close to set point, that's where the emotions come in, especially playing a ranked team. This is going to be a huge win for whoever gets us tonight. A lot of emotions going on.
So apologies. Here at Gregory Gym, they have Washington State with 21, but officially still with 20 as we still await word as to the final ruling on that last point.
When it comes to emotions, Jared Elliott said this is going to be a big test for his team tonight, playing Ohio State last night, getting the win. Tonight's going to be very emotional, physical. And again, look at Ella Swindle. Okay, in my opinion, from that view, it looks like Washington State touched the ball, whereas if Washington State did, then Ella Swindle could have very well kept the play going.
Right now, Iman Isanovich has the ball in her hand, ready to serve. As Maddie Skinner gets an explanation. So we still await the ruling of that last point. If you're just joining us, Washington State took an early 6-2 lead. It was an uphill climb for Texas most of the set. But then the halter run gave the Longhorns the lead. Carissa Barnes added a couple of points for the Longhorns off her serve. It was 23-20 Texas.
All I know is whoever serves this ball next cannot miss their serve. And again, this right here just shows you how important every point is in this match.
Point does go to Washington State, and Isanovich will serve. Blocked. Set point for Texas.
Maddie Skinner bringing blocks and all the emotions to her team. When she is up against with Asia O'Neal, those two together put up the biggest wall.
Third block of the set for Skinner, and she looks to serve it out. Dig by Halter. Winnis. Texas takes that one.
My favorite thing about the match so far is the quick answers by both of these teams. If Washington State makes an error, they come back with a huge kill. Same with Texas. They get a call, it doesn't go their way. They go and serve receive and have a 3-option pass. Punch by punch right now. It does not get better than this.
Cougars jumped out to a 6-2 lead and kept the Longhorns at bay until the end of that set when Texas took control, led by Skinner. She didn't have a kill until the midway point of set number 1. Jenna Winnis and Devin Kahahawai, 3 kills as well for Texas.
Serving for Texas, Madison Skinner.
Preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, Maddie Skinner will get things started in set 2. Winnis gets things started for Texas.
It really doesn't matter where the Cougars decide to line up on Winnis because she's not scared of the hands. She'll go on top of them. She'll try and cobra the fingertips. She uses the block in her favor.
Cougars get the point. Katie Ryan quietly 5 kills.
Not sure if Winnis was doing a little acting right here. I thought it was pretty obvious it was out, but hey, just pretend like it's in until you're told it's not.
Julia Norville serves for Washington State. Texas gets the point. At one point in the middle of set 1, Washington State was hitting over 300. They're now down to 189. Texas at 294. Ace for O'Neal. Sixth ace for Texas tonight.
Texas serving is on fire. That was part of their game plan as well. Try and get Cougars out of system immediately, have all the control of the tempo of the match.
Hasheva thought that landed in, but overruled, and it's another point for Texas.
Pretty close. Could have been a challenge.
Timmer felt like Washington State needed them. Big swing from the fifth-year player from Germany.
Pia Timmer, who Jen Greeny said is a natural leader, does everything the right way, all of her skills. Passing wasn't great against Baylor, but she can be a weapon from the service line.
Just out from the back row off Timmer. Point to the Longhorns.
Pia Timmer with the air, but keep going for that shot. Test the Longhorns back row. Make them see if that ball's in and out. Emma Halter doing a good job of reading the play, but that was a great attempt by Pia Timmer.
Swindle there. Kahahawai. Double contact, Texas gets the point.
Double contact by Oon, something though to keep in mind. She hasn't been setting that long. She's a utility player, someone Jen Greeny can use in any kind of way on the court.
So the momentum has continued into set number 2 for Texas. We are around the world away from your own family. It's important for our players to feel welcomed in our community, and many of them have, staying at Washington State for their 5th year, and they could have gone elsewhere. Timmer, the nice touch.
Timmer reading across the net correctly. Texas putting a triple block up against her, leaving that middle of the court wide open. Look at this block. All 3 of Texas front row, 6 hands, trying to get that ball. Timmer reads that, an easy decision to tip in the hole.
Her 4th kill of the night, and Carly Basham to serve. Great job, Norville on the dive. Kahahawai blocked. Oon and Radakovich there for Washington State.
Good connection by Washington State. A lot of chemistry defensively in the front row for the Cougars. And a nice press against Kahahawai. Would like to see some coverage for her. Kahahawai has to know that she has the freedom to experiment with some tough hits.
Halter with the dig. Winnis, one of her biggest swings of the night.
Big swing by Winnis, but I'm giving the MVP of the point to Emma Halter. Perfect dig, one arm right to target. Look at Ella Swindle. She's right in the box of the setter. Amazing defense.
5th kill for Winnis. 11th assist for Swindle tonight. Blocked. Skinner.
Maddie Skinner just making blocks look easy at this point. Great footwork. Look at that, doing a crunch in the air. Her arms looking like a machine.
4th block of the night for Skinner. It's out. Off Isanovich.
Washington State is hitting 133 right now, but these errors are close. The Cougars are really testing the Longhorns at the line. Really good swings. Yes, that's an error, but that's an amazing shot. Keep going for it.
And the Cougars this set minus 167. Bella Bergmark gets in on the act.
Bella Bergmark, who Jarrett Elliott said is starting to see the court in different ways, and you can see how with this shot selection, reading her blocker, reading the defense, and going for that seam.
3 kills, no errors for Bergmark tonight. Career high 9 kills last night. Another ace. Texas is 7th, and they are rolling in set 2 so far.
Texas is the largest lead of the match, fully taking off right now. All the momentum is with the Horns right now.
Talked about how this crowd has played a factor. Washington State had the early momentum, but since Texas went on a late run in set 1 and took it 25-21, that momentum has not stopped for the Longhorns.
And the blocks for Texas are unmatched right now, and it's all in that vision across the net. The connection between the pins and Asia O'Neal, Bella Bergmark, the crunches in the air, the hands over the net, the arms long reaching, the one-on-one situations. The coverage has to be there for the Cougars, and these aren't bad hits.
Central. The additions to the Big 12 this season have made Big 12 volleyball better, including BYU. They were top 10 in the nation before Washington State knocked them off in Pullman last week. Texas has scored 4 times on Akana's 7 serves before this one. Cougars get the point out of the timeout.
If I'm the Cougars front row, I'm going to keep going for the middle of the court against Texas until they can defend it. Cougars doing a good job at reading the defense across the net, seeing that hole, and right now it's their sweet spot.
Argentina to serve. Mention the serve for Texas and their 7 aces. Cougars struggling with their serve. Just a couple of aces so far tonight with the untimely error. Halter, team leader in aces for Texas serves. Block. Kahahawai and O'Neal both there.
It's a hard job to get across O'Neal and Kahahawai, especially when they are this in system. For Washington State, just keep one player in the back. Those are some deep blocks.
Just out. But the block was there again.
You know you're doing well blocking when you make the error and can immediately smile. You can immediately forgive yourself. That's when you're doing really well at blocking.
Another service there, this time by Asanovic. In this environment, Washington State can just ill afford to give Texas 3 points. Blocking well, and Jenna Winnis leading a Texas attack, hitting .256 so far. Ryan gets the kill.
Good job by Ryan. Again, Washington State doing a good job at reading the defense, seeing Emma Halter pulled really far back in her base and going right off the hands of the block. Keeping it high, though, not getting blocked.
Ryan coming into today hitting .380. That was our team leading 5th kill of the night. Look at the job by the Cougars to keep the point alive. O'Neal again, doesn't miss.
That slide is exactly what Jarrett Elliott wants to see from Emma Swindle and Asia O'Neal. Looks like ballet. Emma just putting the hands, or excuse me, Ella, putting the ball perfectly in Asia's hands, making this look easy. The slide is a very hard thing to hit.
Winnis again. Expand on your last point. How hard is it for teammates to learn the slide as we see Wenis' 6th kill.
It's all about that connection, like you saw with Wenis having hang time. But for the slide, the middles and setters connection's really harder because the sets are lower. It's a lot faster, just different tempo than pins.
Halter. Whistle blows. Jared Elliott does not like this call. I believe they've called Halter for double contact.
Now, when this ball is set, look at the spin. Maddie Skinner setting the ball. In my opinion, which doesn't matter, it looked like there was a lot of spin on the ball.
I apologize. That was Skinner called for the violation. Halter
Beautiful,
again.
beautiful reaction.
Long off Skinner.
This dig by Halter, look at this reaction. There's absolutely no time to react, but she makes it. Amazing defense.
Another service error. But back to Halter. We talked to Jared Elliott twice this week, including just before the match. And he said the same thing about Emma Halter. When she gets better, we get better. And she continues to improve as the season goes along.
And Jared Elliott's looking for that libero to own that jersey. He said, you feel different in that jersey. You play different. You're that go-to leader. And you gotta have a fire personality, something that Jen Greeny brags about Carly Basham. She said, sometimes our libero gets a little too fiery, you gotta pull her in. But a lot of times coaches say, I'd rather have a libero I have to reel back in than reel something out of her. There she is.
Texas came back from a deficit to win set 1. Washington State trying to do that in set 2. The dunk by Ung.
Good aggressiveness by Ung, again going for the middle of the court against Texas. Good decision.
Not a lot of kills on the season for the starting setter, but she hits 368. Norville got there for Washington State. Wenis yet again.
Wenis with the cut shot, something she has not brought out of the toolbox often this season, but it doesn't get any better than that. She reaches so high, literally dropping her left shoulder to get as high as possible. Amazing hit from Jenna Wenis.
The Minnesota transfer heating up. 7 kills tonight, 11 last night. Service error by Swindle.
Server number 3, Carly Basham.
Another point for Ryan.
Perfect hit by Asanovich, and it all started with that really quick set from the setter, forcing her to speed up the approach, go off the hands. Great in-system play. Look how low this set is to Asanovich. It's a quick, it's a 3. It's forcing the Longhorns to make a quick decision against blocking.
Asanovich's 5th kill. Cougars have cut it to 4. And Jared Elliott calls timeout. A 7-2 Washington State run. What's changed as the Cougars have taken 7 to the last 9 points, Shelby?
For the Cougars, it's all about breaking the run for Texas, because when Texas holds onto that ball, it's hard to stop them, especially the past couple of weeks. They didn't look nervous, but last night they looked relaxed. They're like, yep, we're here. It's how we play. We owned it.
Carly Basham looks to continue her run. She will serve for Washington State. Off Basham and out. Kahahawai gets the kill.
Kahahawai bringing good things, not physically only, but emotionally as well. Great reaction to her point. That's that free that Jura Elliott wants his team to play with.
Fourth kill of the night for the sophomore from Hawaii. Kaylee Akano to serve. Another point for Isanovic. Heating up, now up to 6 kills.
Keep going for the middle of the court if you're Isanovic right now. Washington State doing such a good job at shutting Texas down right behind the block. If you can get behind the block, you can do good things, especially tipping. And Ella Swindle, she's there. The hustle's there. It's just that good of a shot from the Cougars.
Isanovic at one point was hitting below 0, up to 214. She's hit 400 or better 5 times this season. Skinner again. Denied. Ryan and Radakovich there. Cougars within 3.
Resilience by Katie Ryan. Her original block getting covered, and she sticks with it. She continues to take that same shot away from Skinner, and it paid off.
It was 16-7 Texas at one point this set. Basham there. Texas blocks it back. Bergmark and Kahahawai.
Bergmark has all the mechanics. If you look up a perfect block, it would have been that from Bella Bergmark. The timing, the placement.
Halter serves. Isanovic again. Pac-12 active leader in kills, getting more and more comfortable.
And I like the intensity that Isanovic is bringing to her team. And originally she had a set that was really early. She put it, I think, on purpose into the blocker's hands. Sometimes pin hitters will do that to slow the game down, cover their own ball, get that ball back.
Texas is challenging this last point. Right now the score is 20-17 to Texas. As we take another look.
This is where Emma Halter touches the ball, then Akana has a soccer move. Okay, this ball's over. I'm not sure if that ball went in or out, but I personally did think that ball was in play by Texas.
Each team gets 2 challenges to begin a match. And if you win the challenge, you get to keep it. And if we were to go 5, each team would get an extra challenge.
And a lot of the times, the coaches can't even see. They have to trust what their players say.
So they will replay the point, and Jared Elliott wins the challenge. Now Jen Greeny wants an explanation.
Understandable that Jen Greeny wants an explanation. A lot on the line for these coaches. Every point matters so much. That's why after points like this, when you make an error, it hurts so much worse. You fought so hard for that point.
She did seem satisfied with the explanation, so take the point off. Now 20-16. And Halter will serve again for the Longhorns. One more look. Cougars get the point anyway with Ryan.
I like the response the Cougars have brought to Texas in facing a lot of adversity. At Pat Gregory Gym, a very talented Texas team. When Washington State doesn't get their way, they come back just as strong.
Emma Barbero serves. Nice dig, Timmer. Point to Ryan. 7th kill to lead the Cougars. They're within 2.
Katie Ryan happy with that tool. I would be happy too. It's hard to tool Maddie Skinner. Her hands are usually placed perfectly. This is not something you see often. Looked like her right hand moved a little bit at the last second.
Barbero, the freshman from Italy, serves again.
Great coverage.
Halter. Then Akana. Still, Cougars get the point despite the effort. It's a 12-4 run now.
Are we surprised? Neither of these teams are going to let each other go on a long run. They always have immediate answers.
Ung with the great dig. Basham there. Chance to tie. Swindle gets to it. Timmer. They've rallied from 9 down. Washington State has tied it at 20 in set 2.
Absolutely no one was touching this ball from Timmer because of how low that was set, how fast Timmer ran the ball, avoiding all the hands of the blockers in front of her. Nice hit.
Washington State team with over 1,000 matches played combined as a group. 5 players with over 100 matches played in their respective careers. And that experience has paid off and helping the Cougars rally from 9 down to tie things up late in set 2. But Barbero, just the freshman from Italy, continues her serve. And a good one to Halter.
Nice coverage by Akana.
Block again. Washington State takes the lead. It's Ryan.
Katie Ryan's bringing a lot to her team right now. Attitude-wise, defense-wise at the front row. And staying in the plate, refusing to let that ball cross her body.
First lead of the set for the Cougars. Halter gets to it. Too long from Akana, but she's there. Skinner. Another point to the Cougars. What's Washington State doing to stop Maddie Skinner? Because they've been very successful doing that in set 2.
Refusing to let that ball pass, having perfect timing, their shoulders lining up with each other, and deciding which line they want to take away from Skinner and committing to it. The defense getting behind their hitter.
It's now a 15-4 run. Halter there. Long off O'Neal. Another serve from Barbero. O'Neal the kill.
This kill by O'Neal is why it's so important to give Ella Swindle a great first contact, allowing O'Neal to follow that serve-receive ball into Ella and go for those corners.
Carissa Barnes serves. Block! O'Neal.
Boxer, 6'3" setter, refusing to let anything cross their bodies. And that's how high O'Neal gets off the net. That ball went right down. There was no way any coverage was getting a touch on that.
7th block for O'Neal. Texas within 1. Oh, miscommunication. Skinner stopped. Halter could not get to the ball. Set point, Washington State.
Skinner could have gotten that ball. It is Emma Halter's job, but it's that loud in the gym. They probably couldn't hear each other. I'm going to assume Emma Halter was asking for help. Skinner trusting that Halter had the ball. Just can't hear right now.
Lana Radakovic trying to serve out set 2. Cougars take it. Down 16-7 at one point. The number 11 team in the nation, winners of 8 straight, has tied things up at Gregory Gym, an 18-6 run to end set 2.
The net. These are aggressive mistakes, the mistakes that their coaches are comfortable with them taking.
All right, play head coach. If you're Jared Elliott, what did you just tell your team?
I would love to hear that one, because you can definitely see the emotion from Coach Elliott. I think he said, do what we do. Relax. You got your crowd here behind you. Nothing to get upset about.
Carly Basham starts set 3 for Washington State. And Bergmark gets the kill. Still perfect. 4 kills, no errors for the senior from Larkspur, California.
Bella Bergmark, who Jared Elliott said really stepped up this offseason, does such a good job at working around the block and just being efficient.
Ella Swindle serves for Texas. Katie Ryan up to 8 kills to pace the Cougars tonight.
Ryan brings attitude besides confidence, and a good attitude. She's confident, she brings her team together, and she wants her team to give her more.
Long frame, 6'5", the junior from Idaho. Block. Bergmark and Winnis both there.
I like that response from Winnis to Bergmark after the block, getting Bergmark pumped up. That's that player Winnis is. I like seeing the emotion that all these players are showing here tonight.
After the great dig by Barbero, Texas still gets the point. Kaylee Akana serves for the Longhorns. Yelahasheva quiet in set number 2, up to 4 kills tonight.
Yelahasheva just placing that ball perfectly. Akana did a good job of trying to cut it off. When you're middle back, it's so hard not to cheat up and just go side to side.
An ace for Timmer.
Timmer doing what Jen Greeny told her to, which was get Texas out of system from the get-go behind the service line.
Wasn't the best set, but Bergmark hanging in the air, able to get the kill.
Watching Bergmark and a Swindle is like watching a game of hot potato. Get it out of my hands. I don't even want this ball. That's how fast this offense is moving, looking really good tempo-wise for Texas.
Halter got to it. Skinner. Texas up.
Nice line shot by Maddie Skinner. She's not focused on the power. She's focused on results. Going over the hands, making this line shot work, going right over the right back. Good corner.
Another nice dig by Halter. Skinner, 2 in a row.
That kill by Skinner is where you look at your teammates, if you're her opposing team, and say, okay, let's just forget about that one. Nothing can be done there. Sometimes it's just that good of a kill.
3 straight points for the Longhorns. Make it 4. Back and forth, these two heavyweights. Now Texas on a run. Again a Halter, but this time Cougars get the point. The play of Emma Halter has been impressive all night.
And Halter being 5'5", you would wonder, when she's next to her teammates, can this 5'5" player take on all this power? She can. She reads the ball well, she gets stopped, but that was just that good of a hit from the Cougars.
13 digs for Halter. Feels like she has more. Yelahasheva to serve. O'Neal saves it. Halter keeps the point alive. Block. O'Neal's 9th of the night.
Nine suffocating blocks from Asia O'Neal. She is relentless. And she doesn't always need a pin with her. She can handle it on her own. Presses over, reads the game well, sees that ball.
Cougars have challenged this last point. O'Neal coming in, averaging 1.5 blocks a set, already at 9 early in set 3 tonight. Take another look.
Looks pretty clean from here.
Quick review. And the Cougars lose the challenge. Those 9 blocks by O'Neal is tied a career high, and we have plenty of points to come in this one. Just in off Isanovic.
A line shot doesn't get any better than what Isanovic just gave Carissa Barnes. Reaching high, snapping her body. And that's that shot that could be an error. It's that close. Is it in or out? But when you keep going for it, eventually it's going to go in.
Free chance for the Longhorns. They try O'Neal again. Basham saves. Long off Skinner. What a point for the Cougars. Or rather, no, I take it back. They say Radakovic deflected it. And so Texas does get the point. Still a great effort by the Cougars here. From that angle, did not look like it was touched. Winnis, her 8th kill to lead the Horns.
Wenis is so springy in her approach. Left of your screen. Look how high she gets. And then drops her pinky, lifts her thumb, cuts the ball perfectly off the hands.
Instant impact coming to Austin from Minnesota. Double-digit kills her first 5 matches as a Longhorn and approaching 10 kills tonight. Good effort by Barnes, but Isanovich gets another kill.
For Washington State, it's all about keep doing what's currently working. And for Isanovich, it's that line shot right now. She had the split and the block too. Asia O'Neal a little bit late, but she doesn't care. She's going for that line shot.
8 kills and 20 swings for Isanovich, hitting 200. Swindle able to get it over. Halter sets up Wenis. Ryan there for the block.
Katie Ryan, another block for her team. That reach is so hard to beat. You got to make sure you can get around that ball, which Jenna Wenis usually can, but sometimes you can't against Katie Ryan.
5th block for Ryan, a season high. Wenis gets the point that time.
Again, these players respond when they are shut down. Jenna Wenis to not like getting blocked, demands that ball back from Ella Swindle, and goes to that deep shot right in between the seam of middle back and left back.
O'Neal serves. Fifth service there for Texas tonight. Just the second meeting all time between these two squads, and has lived up to the billing so far. Timmer, her 7th kill.
I don't know if anybody saw Carly Basham hit Timmer after that point, but pretty sure that's the fire Jen Greeny described her libero as.
5th-year senior from Louisville, Kentucky. Jen Greeny says sometimes we need to calm her down. Don't think she minded the fire there.
She's fun to watch.
Oh, Skinner. Most powerful swing of the night from the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year.
Maddie Skinner coming for blood against Argentina setter for Washington State. And Argentina doing the right thing, literally using her body as a shield, but sometimes when you have that much power, you cannot get that ball up.
Skinner the dig. Long off Wenis. Texas took the first set 25-21 despite being down for most of it. Washington State took set 2 25-22 despite Texas leading most of that set. Block. Yella Hasheva ties things up for Washington State.
When you get a big block, you will also get a big chest bump from Carly Basham. Yella Hasheva doing great things. Look at how far her hands get over the net. That is a great block. Great wingspan.
Another serve from Norville. Kahahawai gives Texas the lead back. Now Kaylee Akana. Yelahasheva, another point. Nice touch.
Right now, when Texas is being beat defensively, it's really on the tips right over the blocks. Yelahasheva doing a good job at reading Halter. And Emma Halter's base, there's nothing wrong with it. That space is always going to be open right over the blockers. You can see how hard Emma Halter's working right now.
Texas hitting .316 this set, but we are tied. Linus, rather Bergmark. 6 kills and still no errors for the senior.
Bella Bergmark is so good that even when you say no errors, she still doesn't make errors. The broadcaster curse doesn't exist for Bella Bergmark, David.
Long off Yelahasheva.
Yelahasheva wanting that touch. From my view, I didn't see a touch. Probably a good thing Jen Green didn't use a card right there.
Only loss of the season for Washington State came at Louisville in their second match of the year. Yelahasheva and Isanovich both did not play. No, dunk. Ung. Smart play by the senior.
And remember, Jared Elliott said Ung is deceptive. She can flick that ball anywhere she wants, including on his player's side.
O'Neal the kill, but how tough was that set from Swindle?
Swindle's that player where she doesn't need a great pass. It helps, but she is so good. She has such strong hands that she can move that ball anywhere around. Really great player.
Already a career high in blocks for O'Neal. She contributes with her 4th kill. And a timeout at Gregory Gym. Number 6 for career high last night, 21 digs in the victory over the Buckeyes. Had 8 assists in the win over Rice Monday, easily a career high. 13 digs tonight for Halter. Texas up 15-13, set 3. And that serve off Carissa Barnes just long.
Carissa Barnes looking frustrated with that. I'd be frustrated too. She was going for that deep line, trying to go for the chest of the Cougars. Keep going for it.
Argentina Ung now serves for Washington State.
That play right there is exactly what David Hunt's been working on so much with Ella Swindle and O'Neal. That connection between the slide hitter and the setter, which is usually the thing that happens last with teams. Because of that connection, the timing, it's really hard to make happen. You wouldn't think it's hard because those two make it look easy usually.
Washington State 3 straight points out of the timeout. What's a realistic expectation for Swindle and O'Neal to connect on that slide?
I would assume Jared Elliott would say to execute and get the kills. It's Swindle's first season at a college, much less in a starting role, but he has high expectations for those two.
Halter. Easy play though for Ryan, and it's 4 straight points for the Cougars. Jared Elliott calls timeout. In set 2, this crowd was rocking, and yet the Cougars storm back to take the set 25-22. And a 4-point run to lead 17-15 as Ung will serve again. Akana to Skinner. Basham. Still Texas point. .24 kills last night. Skinner now up to 8 tonight for the Longhorns, and she'll serve. Wenis finds the space.
And finding the space is sometimes all it takes for Jenna Wenis. It's all in her court vision, even when she's running to her base. Popping out for her approach, she is reading across the net, reading the defense, seeing where she can put that ball.
She had almost 650 kills her last 2 seasons at Minnesota before transferring here. Barnes got to it. Still, Cougars get the point. Isanovich.
You'll see the Cougars' body language. Yes, they got the point, but that body language really doesn't change much. They're a poised team, put together, and that helps when it comes to getting points against Texas.
Isanovich rotates out as Emma Barbero will serve. And she started the Washington State run in that second set to help the Cougars come back from 9 down. Nice dig by Barbero. Another chance. Wenis. Another kill. Her 11th.
Wenis is not scared to test the block at Katie Ryan, the Cougar, who leads her team with 5 blocks. Nice cut shot, literally forcing Ryan to touch this ball to get that tool.
Timmer thought that was deflected. Texas gets the point, however. Jen Graney will challenge.
I like the challenge card from Jen Graney. Watch Pia Timmer, look at the hands on the right side, see if they touch the horns. That's a hard look right there. Didn't look like Ella touched it. But if you're newer to volleyball, you might see that play and think that Timmer wailed the ball, that it was a terrible hit, that it was just mismanaged. No, she was literally going for the bare fingertips of Ella Swindle, trying to make it impossible for Texas to get that second touch after touching the block. If it worked out, that would be a really good play. That's something a lot of players do.
This is a big decision, not just because we're late in set 3, but the Cougars have already lost a challenge tonight. So this would be the second one they've lost. They would not have one for quite some time unless we get to a 5th set. And that's a great look. Does it touch the fingertips?
Okay, doesn't matter what I think, but I'm going to say what I think. I don't think Ella Swindle touched the ball. I think that ball was hit out.
The initial ruling is key.
David, what do you think?
Putting me on the spot.
Yeah, it's okay. You can be wrong.
You said she didn't touch it. She didn't touch it.
I don't think she touched it. Let's see this look right here. White jersey. Does Ella Swindle touch this ball? Try and see if the ball moves any. I don't think she touches the ball. Again, apparently it doesn't matter what I think. That's what I'm told. But I don't think she touched the ball. Okay.
Jen Graney wants an explanation because she was sure in trusting Timmer that Swindle did touch that ball. So that's the second challenge lost, and so 0 challenges remaining now for the Cougars. Texas has won a challenge today, so they kept it and they still have 2.
And that was a good challenge from Jen Graney. That's that ball where it's that close. Your player says they got it. You take that card.
Jared Elliott imploring these fans to get loud, and they'll follow the head coach of the horns. O'Neal, the service there. All set 3. You can just see from our vantage point how much these teams wanted. It's been high intensity from the start. Cougars looking for their 9th straight win. Yelahasheva gives her Cougars the lead.
And again, Cougars staying poised after that call. Did not go their way. They shake it off. They forget about it. Yelahasheva going in for that kill. Again, the sweet spot right there. And Emma Halter doing everything she can to get it, but that ball is not going to be touched.
Basham serves. Barnes stuck with it. Block. Katie Ryan continues her torrid play tonight. 6 blocks, a season high. Timeout, Texas.
Doing huge things on the block. She's making it look easy. She's bringing a lot of momentum to her team defensively at the front right now, especially against Jenna Wenis.
Longhorns call timeout. At Oklahoma, both games on ESPN Plus, and then 2 matches against number 12 BYU, followed by Kansas and nationally ranked Houston in mid-October. What was Jared Elliott and his staff's message to the squad?
I think Jared Elliott just wants them to not make errors, especially when they fought so hard for balls. Asia O'Neal going behind the service line, missing that serve, which she's already forgiven herself for, especially being a leader. This is her team. But moments like that are what's going to be a game changer.
Basham to serve again. Point to the Longhorns.
You can see all the Texas back row players screaming out, hands up, showing the motion. Do not touch this ball. This is our point.
Bergmark, Winnis, and Kahahawai up front for Texas. Swindle serves, then an ace. Their first in a while, 8th of the match. We're tied in set 3.
Strong serve by Swindle. You can't move your platform last second against a float serve. Commit to wherever it is.
That goes long. Almost everyone we've described on the floor for Washington State. Seniors, some in their 5th year, including Julia Norville. All 5 years at Washington State, she serves. Block! Solo block, Yelahasheva. Cougars 2 points away from set 3.
Great read by Yelahasheva. A little surprised Ella Swindle decided to go with Bergmark on that one, just because Yelahasheva is camped out the middle.
Another block. It's set point for the Cougars.
Jen Greeny talked a lot about the Texas block, but it's the Cougars block that are shutting down Texas right now.
Yelahasheva and Ung share that block to give Washington State a 24-21 lead. Winnis keeps Texas in it in set 3. Akana comes in to serve. They say it was deflected, and Washington State gets the point. (25-22), the Cougars win it on this swing.
Beautiful kill by the Cougars, going for the hands of Texas. Not afraid of that block, using it in their favor right now. Originally, they were going for the middle of the court. Now they're going for the hands. That was a game changer towards the end of that 3rd set.
Texas has not played a 5-set match this season. They will need to get this to 5. Jordan Spieth did not make the trip here, but he is among them. A few years before becoming the top-ranked professional golfer in the world, he helped Texas to the 2011 National Championship. Quan Cosby, part of the 2005 National Championship team on the gridiron, and Jamie Carey ran the point for Judy Conrad's Final Four team in 2003. Here at Gregory Gym, Washington State has taken sets 2 and 3 by identical 25-22 scores. Texas will need to get this to 5 to try to continue their win streak heading into Big 12 play. Cougars looking for their 9th straight win. With Shelby Coppage, I'm David Salzman. Maddie Skinner gets things started in set 4. Point to Timmer as that's deflected at the net by the Longhorns.
That challenge that Timmer originally wanted Jen Greeny to call, when it was called out, but she was going for those fingertips, that's right here. She's trying to whale the ball out, but get Texas to touch the ball. And it worked for her here.
Jen Greeny says this would be a top 3 win of all time for the Washington State program as Norville serves it into the net. We asked her, would beating Texas be a statement victory? And she was pretty calm most of the conversation with us, but to answer that, she said, oh yeah.
And to think that these teams haven't played for decades, it makes sense why it would be one of our favorite wins.
Second meeting all time, the first one in 1992. On the slide, Yelahasheva. She got hot in set 3 and continues it early in set 4 with her 7th kill. Timmer to serve. Dig by Halter. Timmer keeps the point alive. Another dig, Halter. Winnes able to finish.
Strong kill by Winnes. That dig from Emma Halter. Looking a little like Zoe Fleck here. Diving right under the ball. Perfect placement. Great in-system play.
I think she will take that comparison.
Well, she got 1 year with Zoe Fleck. I'm sure she learned a couple things.
Swindle serves. Halter again. This time, though, Yelahasheva, as Halter is not able to catch up to that big swing.
Yelahasheva, who touches so high and week by week is getting better chemistry with Argentina. They've been trying to run the slide more in transition. You can see it really working out against Texas tonight.
Yelahasheva, 4-time All Pac-12. She was the ABCA National Freshman of the Year in 2019. Great job, Swindle, keeping the point alive, and a chance here for Winnes. Another great dig, Halter. Point Washington State, but the play around the net for both these teams, elite.
Washington State is simply refusing to let the ball touch the court on their side. It's talent, it's willpower, it's a lot of good things for the Cougars right now. And great hustle by Texas. I'm liking the coverage we're seeing.
4th kill for Un. Basham serves. Great dig by Norville, but another chance for the Longhorns. Isanovich gets the point. This just looks to be more Washington State playing at an extremely high level to begin set 4. 5-2, the Cougar edge. Their last 2 wins over nationally ranked BYU and Baylor, both in 4 sets. Skinner gets the point for the Longhorns.
Much needed kill for Texas by Maddie Skinner. Even though the score isn't that different, the momentum you can feel, that's what's different right now. And Skinner from the back row getting this kill gives her team back the momentum, what they need so badly right now.
Texas side out just at 52% though, well below their season average. They'll give the point to the Cougars, but another great effort by the libero Halter.
Perfect dig by Emma Halter. No matter who's playing, you hate to see a call or an error by your team, especially when your player gives their body all out and gets a perfect dig.
Basham there for the Cougars. Halter catches up to it for Texas. Again, Basham. Point to the Longhorns. Skinner thought for a moment to touch it and made the right decision.
I like Maddie Skinner's face. Do I touch it? I'm going to get right here just in case. Let's time it out. No, no, no. No, I didn't. I didn't miss it either. I decided not to touch it.
Block. O'Neal's 10th.
Nothing gives your momentum back to your team like a suffocating block, especially when it's from the crowd favorite Asia O'Neal doing good things at the front.
Chance to tie off Halter's serve. Katie Ryan, 10 kills to just 2 errors. Consistent all night for the Cougars.
Katie Ryan's a force. She can change her shots up. She reaches high, she's deceptive, and she even went for Emma Halter and still got the kill. 6
blocks as well for the junior from Rathdrum, Idaho. That serve long off Barbera. Fans have been loud for much of the night, but you can tell that overall they're tense. Seeing their squad lose sets 2 and 3 by identical 25-22 scores, and the Cougars have led for all of set 4. Texas ties it up.
You can really see the leadership between Skinner and O'Neal this match come out. Jared Elliott said both of them are more on the introverted side. They lead by example, but this match, I'm really liking the personality they're showing.
That falls in. O'Neal again.
You have to wonder, does O'Neal do this on purpose? Is that how good of a blocker she is? Can she actually place the ball in the very back of the court? I bet she says she can.
Tamara gets the point this time.
Tamara again still going off the hands of that line shot, testing the back row, trying to swing as high as she can and get this tiny touch. Great strategy.
And Radakovich serves. That's long. $4,656 in attendance. And I've witnessed a terrific match between 2 of the best squads in the nation. Skinner serves. Dig Basham. Ryan got blocked, and guess who?
gonna say another nice block from Asia O'Neal. She is on fire, and she is hunting. She is tracking that ball right to left to right. She is so quick, she's smart. You gotta get that ball over her if you're the Cougars.
7-4 Cougars before O'Neal's first block of this run, and now Skinner gets the ace. Timeout, Washington State. She has 13 blocks. Texas as a squad, most blocks in a match this season with 16. They have been led by O'Neal here in the fourth. Rallying from 3 down to be up 11-8. Longhorns down 2-1. Another ace for Skinner. Texas had 5 aces in the first set, just 3 in sets 2 and 3 combined. But Skinner with 2 aces to put her team up 4. Winnes the kill.
Momentum is swinging towards Texas right now, and Winnes is just feeding off of it.
14 kills for Winnes, hitting .267. Ryan.
Much needed kill brought to you by Katie Ryan. Getting the Cougars out of that rotation with Maddie Skinner back at the service line. That was not going well for Washington State.
11 kills for Ryan to go along with her season high 6 blocks. Hasheva on the slide. Cougars within 3.
Cougars really finding success in running that fast tempo offense, which they only can do when they're in system, which comes with that first good touch.
Swindle keeps it alive for the Longhorns. Skinner gets to it for Texas. Long off Winnes.
Hustle play by Maddie Skinner. Going all out. Saying, I got defense too, not just all the offense player.
Norville serves. Skinner was yelling out, but Barnes decided to receive. And it leads to a Cougar point. Yella Hasheva. Three straight for the Cougars. A chance to tie off Norville's serve. The dunk. Momentum back to the Cougars. Texas calls timeout.
Center dump doesn't get much better than this right here from very deceptive.
5 straight points by Washington State. Winnes got the tip. Block. Just seems at the most pivotal times, Yella Hasheva is there for the Cougars, and the run continues.
Momentum continuing to go back and forth, but this block from the Cougars is so hard to beat right now. Maddie Skinner has covered her own ball 3 times.
O'Neal keeps the point alive. Winnes again. Timmer, the feathery touch. 7 in a row now for Washington State.
Texas has to get out of this rotation because Cougars are taking off. And 20 is going to get here before you know it.
At one point, after Texas won the first set 25-21, they led 16-7 in the second, but Cougars stormed back to take set 2, also winning set 3. And they've stormed back in set 4 to take this lead. Skinner ends the run.
Maddie Skinner said, I'm not having it. We're getting out of this rotation. I'm going to do it myself. Coming in from the back row. A nice cut shot, giving that spin to the ball. Good placement.
O'Neal with the air. O'Neal checks out as Pia Timmer, who's played all 5 of her college seasons in Pullman, will serve. Skinner again. This is about the time in set 4 last night that she got rolling with 9 of her 24 kills.
And Maddie Skinner giving Ella Swindle the rolling signal. Keep this going. I'm liking this from the back row with the low set, throwing off the blockers of Washington State.
Block! Bergmark and Winnes were tied.
I like the passion Jenna Winnes shows after this huge block because that slide was killing Texas earlier this set. Statement block from Winnes.
Winnes gets the kill.
Winnes looking angry at the ball. Mad about that run earlier from the Cougars, trying to go on one for her team. Nice cut shot. She's done that a couple times tonight. I'm liking this shot from her.
Isanovic ties it at 17.
Number 30, Carly Basham.
Carly Basham serves. Skinner yet again.
Three back row attacks from Maddie Skinner while she's been at the back so far right now, doing such good things, connecting with Ella Swindle, finding the holes in the court, and going for the corners.
Kelly Akana on to serve. They didn't see it, and Isanovic gets the kill.
Isanovic testing Texas. Not able to stay in it. That happens here and there. You just lose the ball.
13 kills by Isanovic to lead Washington State. Skinner again.
Maddie Skinner's hits are like a bow and arrow at this point. That's how fast they're coming at Washington State. She's not interested in rolls or tips. She's coming for blood right now.
5 kills this set for Skinner. Ratakovic, grad transfer from San Francisco, ties it up in set 4.
And this is the point where you want to be as aggressive as possible, but you got to play the cleanest game of volleyball you can. Both tied at 19.
Texas must win this set. It's a 4-set 5. O'Neal to go along with her career high 13 blocks, her 5th kill late in set 4.
Quick snap by O'Neal. Dropping that pinky, forcing that ball to curve right to the right back. And I like the smile from her, letting her team know not be stressed in this situation.
Back and forth, and it leads to Radakovic.
It's a serve and pass game right now from both sides.
Logan Golden checks into this match for the very first time. Senior from Castle Rock, Washington. On to serve. Skinner gets the point. Set 4 is her set in the last 2 nights.
Keep feeding your outsides, Ella Swindle, because they are firing from all cylinders. Skinner again avoiding that block, seeing the split, making that easy decision to test that seam. Jarrett Elliott said, our outsides are talented, but I need them firing at the same time. Wenis has 15 kills, Skinner has 14 kills. I think they're doing what he wants.
Yelahasheva responds.
Yelahasheva is such a force for the Cougars, and she looked like she was going left, but literally changes her shoulders. That's that deceptiveness that Jarrett Elliott talked about for Jen Greeny's players.
Nice dig. Halter kept the point alive. A second chance for Wenis. Goes long. Getting tenser in the building.
Wenis going for the fingertips. I like the coverage from Emma Halter. Texas has done a great job of covering, just not able to execute on the left side.
That's out. Yelahasheva gets the point, and the Cougars are 2 points away from defeating Texas in.
And it's just been a back and forth battle blocking wise. Cougars 15 blocks, Texas 17 blocks. Great things defensively at the net.
So for the first time this match, we see Molly Phillips, 6'5" senior from Mansfield, Texas. And Marina Crownover, the redshirt freshman from Austin. Your thoughts on these late substitutions?
I don't know, David. I'm excited to see what they do. I'm not sure what the strategy is from Jarrett Elliott and David Hunt.
With the Cougars 2 points away from taking the match. Crownover sets up O'Neal. Blocked again. Yelahasheva has given the Cougars match point.
Yelahasheva tracking that ball with her eyesight the whole time, making sure her elbows are over the net. That's how high she reaches.
Wenis gets the kill. Texas stays alive. Now Bergmark, Swindle, and Barnes all check in. Phillips and Tranover among those out for the Longhorns. Asia O'Neal will serve. Service error the last time in this spot for the senior. Washington State wins it. They celebrate on the Gregory Gymnasium floor. One of the biggest wins in program history in this season. Their third straight win over a ranked
गिरानी हमारी अखिया से गिरानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे छे दिलवा रोए के जान गिरानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे छे दिलवा रोए के जान
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज
तोरा जीना हम जीना ही पाइबो तू जहाँ चल गेली और हम आइबो तोरा जीना हम जीना ही पाइबो तू जहाँ चल गेली और हम आइबो गिरान तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान गिरान तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज
के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से दू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़ब के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से दू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़ब के रानी सोमी लागे आंसुआ गिरैले देहिया काप के लगे जा के रानी हमर अखिया से